Oh yeah, yeah. That's the summer of my life. I call it. That album was fun. You know.
Okay,
Plus, I had some of the greatest musicians to talk to and play on that record. I had they were like Keith Richards' solo group. They were called Expensive Winos or the New Barbarians. And
yeah,
when Keith put out records, these are the guys he would use.
okay. And which are a couple of your favorite old-time blues songs?
Oh, well, like Smokestack Lightning, Howlin' Wolf,
Awesome. Yeah.
uh, um, Little Red Rooster. You know,
Hmm.
mostly the songs that Howlin' and Willie Dixon wrote.
That's right.
I love the Jimmy Reed stuff. And Elmore James, I think, is some of the really heaviest, you know,
You know,
bottleneck stuff.
this is one thing I just couldn't understand. You know why Elmore James is kind of forgotten these days?
I know. And you would think with all these cats like, the Allman Brothers and a lot of these slide guitar players, they would like give some tribute to the guy,
Yeah.
you know. Plus, he had some really great dance songs. His songs were like there was a place up in Harlem called Bobby's Soul House of Music, and he used to have all these gold records in there of all these cats, man, like Elmore James and Chuck Berry, all these guys, because they would come to New York. Up there is where they used to play, up in Harlem. James Brown, all these guys, and music is so relative. There's nothing new under the sun. It's all been done from something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing why I like the British blues invasion, because those cats over there, one of my favorite cats, and to this day, I think what really drew me to the Rolling Stones was Bill Wyman.
Absolutely.
He was the guy. He got it, man. He knew the real deal.
Yeah.
And these are the guys that are writing these books and telling the story, man.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I picked up a book written by Bill Wyman on the blues, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that was a fantastic book.
yeah. And it's a movie of some sort. I saw on this show we got over here called Ovation, and it was Bill Wyman's version of the blues. The book was like an encyclopedia.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. And in fact, that became my Bible, for practically every weekly show that I did.
really. Hey, my wife got me this thing called the Kindle, because I'm not really into the computer thing or nothing like that. I just know how to plug it in. But the thing is like you can rent all these old British blues cats, man, like Spencer Davis Group. I really used to dig them.
Yeah.
The Yardbirds, man. But Bill Wyman's got a movie that he put out, and it's an album where he donated all the money to muscular sclerosis. It's called Willie and the Poor Boys, and,
Okay.
and it's sort of like swing blues,
Yeah.
And Ringo's in it, and Charlie Watts is on drums. Ronnie Wood is playing baritone sax, and all these people are dressed like the '50s swingers, like we would call, I guess, rockabilly, but to me it's more rock blues, you
Yeah.
know, and they're playing all these old songs, and he's telling the story, and he got all of his friends to come down and play in the band, and they made an album too, Willie and the Poor Boys. It's some of the greatest British blues stuff. I mean, for me, and soul. They do some Otis Redding stuff on there, but the movie is a real kick to watch.
Yeah.
And to me, that was the difference between the British and the American musicians. For some reason, it wasn't such a competition thing with them like it is in America. You know, everybody's got to be number one. Like they you know, they looked out for each other and they helped each other. You know, like even to this day, like you'll see a lot of these like Eric Clapton records, man, and he's using, you know, like Stevie Winwood from Traffic and Spencer Davis on there. You know, that was another great album, Blind Faith. You know,
Oh, splendid album.
yeah, with some great music on there.
Oh yeah. And then you came into contact with James Cotton.
James Cotton, yeah, I had like my last month of high school, a senior year. I was graduating, and like I said, in my hometown, like some of these places today, there's gangs. We had bands. You know, it was all bands.